Hello and welcome to the webinar, Emotional Healing with Flower Essences. I'm going to be doing most of this from a PowerPoint, and then we're going to do a meditation towards the end, so stay tuned. I'm just going to share my screen with you guys. And can you just let me know if you guys can see that or not? Can you guys see my screen? Perfect. Thank you, Megan. Okay. So welcome again to the workshop, Emotional Healing with Flower Essences by me, Bianca Mastro Totaro, owner of Enchanted Living Spaces. Here's a picture of me and my two lovely babies. I have a 2-year-old Australian cattle dog mix and an 8-month-old, almost 9-month-old German Shepherd, and we think collie mix. I'm the owner of Enchanted Living Spaces. I work with people's homes, bodies, and souls. I do home energy clearings. I'm also a feng shui practitioner and include decluttering in both of those services because that's a huge aspect of taking care of our home and ourself. I'm also a Chinese herbalist and a flower essence practitioner. And I'm excited to share with you more about flower essences, with this workshop and also more in the future. So with that said, we will be learning what a flower essence is, why it's important to keep ourselves physically, emotionally, and mentally healthy. I'll also be talking about the chakras and how they relate to our physical, emotional, and mental health, and also why it's really important to keep them healthy and functioning. I'll also be talking about how flower essences can actually help us to achieve harmony with both our physical, mental, and actually emotional health as well. Then we'll be going over some flower essences for common struggles that a lot of us have and how they would be helpful and what exactly the meaning of the flower would be used for. After that, I just wanted to do a little special heart chakra exercises and share with you a little bit about how the heart chakra works. And we'll do a breathing exercise, and we'll also do a meditation for compassion. And I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Soul Expansion School. So I'm really excited for that, and I hope you guys are too. So let's get started. So what exactly is a flower essence? Well, a flower essence is an essence of a flower. Each flower has its own vibrational message. This is very similar to the messages of crystals and gemstones, and there's actually gemstone essences as well. And how one creates one is by placing the specific flower in usually a crystal bowl with fresh spring water under the sun or even the moonlight to capture its essence. They're also usually stored in brandy to prevent any bacterial growth, but they're also available for children and animals with the vegetable glycerin as its base instead. Yes, I said children and animals because they are actually 100% safe for adults, animals, and children because you're actually not consuming any parts of the plants like you would an herb or food, or even essential oils have the plant remnants in them. So this is just, again, the essence of the flower. There's basically what you're consuming is the vibrational pattern that the flower gives off, which is really, really cool. And if also you don't like the taste of brandy, you can also get it in a vegetable glycerin base for yourself as well. So flower essences, they aid us in a way where they restore us back to our original essence, the essence that we were born with before we saw what life could be, what hurts are, and before we had any limiting beliefs. Flower essences work through the medium of water, whereas other forms of vibrational medicine, such as art or music, they work through the modalities of sound and light. Some other vibrational medicine examples are colors, animals, and even the energy of the stars. I don't know if you guys have ever charged your crystals out in the sun or the moonlight, but it works very similar to that. Flower essences are made by, like I said before, floating flowers of the specific plant on spring water in a crystal bowl. The process is really sacred, and the maker has to call upon the spirit of the plant to ask for its cooperation to use its energy. Then the essence's electromagnetic pattern actually brings itself into the water, and then it is ingested by you. So it's really, really beneficial for healing the body. So with that said, why is it important to keep ourselves physically, emotionally, and mentally healthy? Well, when everything is functioning properly, we feel in balance and we can thrive at our full potential. When we are out of balance, even in just one area for an extended period of time, then our physical and energetic systems tend to diminish. Everything is related. So if one thing gets thrown off, another thing gets thrown off, and another thing gets thrown off if the original problem isn't addressed. So physically, this can show up as aches, pains, infections, diminishment of organ functions, diseases, or any other illnesses caused by a lowered immune system. Mentally and emotionally, an imbalance can show up as anxiety, depression, mental disorders, excess fear, or anger. Usually the mental and emotional imbalances come first, and this is what leads to physical ailments. The Chinese actually believe that all ailments, illnesses, and diseases begin in the mind. And by the mind, we mean, the emotional body, right? So spiritual energies and imbalances, such as within the chakras, can also lead to physical ailments as well as energy blockages or imbalances. So it is also important to check in and make sure that all of your chakras are opening and spinning beautifully on their own vibrational level. Our spiritual body and physical body, they're linked together. Going back to birth, all of our chakras were open and they spun perfectly. But like I said before, as we grow and we develop, we develop things and we see the imperfections in our parents and we see how, sometimes scary the world can be. It really affects us on a spiritual level. And emotional traumas hinder the functioning of the chakras, whether they are big traumas or even subtle. Chakras can also become damaged if they are going through a crucial part of development when a trauma occurs. All of the chakras support each other, so if one is thrown off, it's only a matter of time before another one is affected. Usually it's the one below or the one above. And it's very similar to the 5 Chinese element cycle, if you guys know anything about that. The chakra, the first chakra, the base chakra, is at the beginning of the flow of energy in the body, and then it goes all the way up into the 7th chakra. So when each chakra is open and happy, it radiates energy outward from the body in its own unique way. Each of the chakras have their own vibrational level, and they all spin at their own rate. And the lower chakras will vibrate more slowly than the higher chakras. The base chakra, emits the lowest frequency, while the 7th chakra vibrates at the highest frequency, along with vibrating on the same frequency as its color. So this is why color therapy is actually really beneficial as well, and another form of vibrational medicine. An unbalanced chakra will have too much or too little energy flow within it, and it will affect the other chakras around it. For example, if the 2nd chakra isn't functioning properly, it will then affect the 1st and 3rd chakra. The improperly functioning chakra will show up on an emotional, mental, spiritual, or even physical level, right? And I will be going through next how exactly that shows up in the body. So if your first chakra is blocked, or you can actually have tears in them too, this is also called the base chakra. You might have issues with your bottom, your rectum, your spine, any type of digestion related issues or waste elimination. Your adrenals could be affected, your bladder, your hips, your legs, or feet. So if you have any ailments within that category, you might want to strengthen your base chakra. The sacral chakra, which is also known as the second chakra, relates to the uterus, the ovaries, the bladder, and the kidneys, as well as if you're a male, your your testicles, that could be affected as well. Then the solar plexus, which is the third chakra, also affects the adrenal glands, the pancreas, the liver, the stomach, the spleen, and your nervous system. Then we go to the heart chakra, and this can affect your actual heart, your lungs, your immune system, any type of circulatory problems, your endocrine system, and also your diaphragm. Then we go to our throat, and that is the fifth chakra. If you have any issues relating to your throat, your thyroid or your parathyroid glands, your mouth, your teeth, your gums, your back, your vocal cords, jaw, shoulders, arms, and hands, you might have a throat chakra imbalance. Then we have our third eye chakra, which is the sixth chakra. So if you have any problems with your eyes, ears, head, pineal gland, or nervous system, this could be affected. Finally, we have our crown chakra, the seventh chakra, which relates to our hair and skin, our pituitary gland, and our brain. So obviously you can see how important it would be, not only to know what organs they relate to, but then also how to strengthen each of your chakras so that you can start your healing journey. Badly damaged chakras are rare, but this can happen, and you probably need the help of an experienced energy practitioner to help balance you out. So if you guys need any help with that, you can always contact me, or you can find one on your own to start getting your chakras back in a healthy state. So, how can flower essences help us heal? Well, actually, any form of vibrational medicine can clear negative thoughts, rebalance, and create harmony internally. They can also increase vitality and heal at very subtle levels. When people start taking flower essences, it's almost like some of them work instantly and some of them work over a period of time. So it's all going to depend on you, and you are unique. So they work differently with everyone. Since physical ailments take a long time to develop, it can also take a while to heal and reverse the direction of any type of physical ailment. So this is why it's really important to approach any illness from a physical, mental, and emotional point of view to speed up healing and get to the root of the cause. This is why I love Chinese herbal medicine so much, because they really look at all aspects of what's going on. And even if you do have, an ailment in your body, it might not be the root cause. It's probably an emotional thing, or one of your other organs was thrown off first, but you actually have to, really get in tune with your body to find out what came first, right? So essences are actually the easiest way to work on healing our own vibrational energy. Plants, flowers, and trees have been used for their healing properties for thousands of years. They work on an emotional level and can encourage peace and serenity over other emotions such as fear. They can also help us face our fears with strength, help us get rid of old habits, clear depression, find our life purpose, and so much more. And it really is ancient, because if you think about it, even with just the Native Americans, what did they use to heal, right? They used plants, they used, herbal medicine. So when a flower essence is ingested, especially in powerful combinations, so you can take them either with one single essence, or you can find a combination that works well for you, or if you're working with a flower essence practitioner, they might make a combination for you as well. They basically force the imbalances and toxins out of your body, because toxins and imbalances vibrate at a lower level than that of the essence. So when you ingest it, it clears out anything vibrating at a lower level. Essences will wake you up from the inside out. They activate parts of us that we have forgotten and invoke true healing. With the support of the essences, we're able to adapt and activate the parts of us that really need healing. And another benefit of them is, over time, we don't need them as much, but you don't become reliant on them, because once they start to help you shift your vibrations, you actually become that, because it's restoring you back to your true essence. So you don't have to always take these essences. But if there has been years of neglect also, I just want to say again, it might take longer to heal. Also, the best way to choose a flower essence, if you're not working with a practitioner, is to use your intuition. That's absolutely hands down the best thing. You can also use kinesiology, which is muscle testing, or even a pendulum. If you have a couple that you're attracted to, especially the ones I'm going to start talking about, you can write them down, or you can watch this again and, tune into your body and ask, is this right for me? And your body will let you know. So let's get into it. I'd like to start talking about some flower essences that actually help with anxiety and depression. So the first one is Motherwort. Motherwort can be used to treat any heart-related conditions, such as palpitations and irregular heartbeats. It can also lower blood pressure, treat anxiety, and calm the nervous system. It also works in the heart chakra all the way up to the crown chakra, and helps to eliminate negative cords and patterns and behaviors taught by your mother. Any of those with mothering issues, this is great for you. And it will actually help bring a better balance to your relationship. It's also good for any mothers who are very overprotecting. And Motherwort can also help with hormonal imbalances, PMS, and any birthing issues. Then we have orange essence. So for those of you guys that don't know, orange actually has a flower when they blossom. So orange helps those who are suffering from any form of depression. It alleviates feelings of hopelessness, despair, and self-pity. It also helps us move past any past or present abuse. And when orange is used, feelings of energy, happiness, lightness, and hope come into fruition. Orange is really awesome. And if you like eating the fruit, that might be another reason why you're attracted to it. Then we have Wormwood. This helps us to release fear and anxiety, and also helps us more specifically to release fear and anxiety rooted in our second and third chakras. It gives us the feeling of empowerment, determination, and desire to take control over your life, and actually take action on building a life you want to live in again. So if you feel like your life is out of your hands right now, this is a great flower essence for you. Now I'm going to be moving into the category of self-worth. So we have Heliconia, and this flower essence works on your base chakra and the matrix of the physical body. It also keeps the energy in place and enables a secure environment to work in. It is also great to use in times of fear, insecurity, and it will transform a slave mentality. So this is a really, really cool plant. Then we have the Stargazer Lily. This is absolutely beautiful. So also, if you're attracted to any of the pictures, that might be something that you might need as well. So this essence opens up a pathway in the heart, which allows us to bring our visions to reality. It diminishes fear or lack of confidence and allows energy to flow. It also increases self-worth, positivity, and love. So this is a great essence for you to feel secure and also connect with your intuition. We also have St. John's wort. So this helps us with our fight or flight response and allows us to really follow our instincts as opposed, you don't want to constantly be burning out your adrenals with your, fight or flight response. So this is also a wonderful essence to realize your issues related to your father, and is also great for those who lack assertiveness in a strong sense of self or are easily victimized. So this might be a really good flower for you if you are any of those things. Then we have rosary. So this helps us to create balance in our mind, body, and soul. It helps us to connect to our life's purpose and allows us to invoke more self-love. Along with this, it also strengthens all of our chakras to help them spin in harmony. So this is a pretty interesting looking plant, huh? Then we have golden wattle. Another thing I just want to mention quickly is that with the colors that are on the flowers, you also might be attracted to them, for their colors. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to add some of those colors in your environment. That's also another way to bring your environment around you at a higher vibration, so that in turn it can bring your body, can elevate your vibration as well. So the golden wattle, this essence represents growth and can turn any attitude into an energetic, deeply fulfilled, and uplifted attitude. It also helps us in hearing our own needs and allows us to actually implement it. So this could be useful for people who are always in chaotic environments, or maybe they're mothers or just super busy all the time, and they get lost in the day-to-day life. So if you really need to hear your own needs and actually implement them, this is a great flower essence for you. Oak. So this oak is freaking amazing. Not only does it help with exhaustion, fatigue, and being overworked, but many of us really suffer in today's high-paced, way of living. We don't get adequate sleep. We eat too quickly or too little. We consume non-nutrient-based foods. We work constantly at our jobs. We raise children. You might have side businesses or hobbies. You have to take care of others, all while managing the household, but you try and stay strong. You keep pushing yourself to the limit, and you tend to ignore the aches and pains along the way. This is called an oak state of life. And none of us are meant to live this way. There's only so much that the body can handle. So over time, if you live in this vicious cycle, according to Chinese medicine, it'll exhaust your blood, your energy, your organs, and various parts of your body that may be overworked while doing the labors that you do. So standing too long will end up exhausting your bones. Walking for too long will affect your tendons. Sitting too long at a computer, staring at the screen, will negatively affect your muscles, your eyes, and your mental state. On the other half of it, excessive mental labor may end up resulting in digestive imbalances, sleep disorders, poor memory and concentration, heart palpitations, dizziness, mental disturbances, and abnormal amounts of weakness or lack of energy. So, this happens at a slow, gradual pace, and it usually takes a long time for the symptoms to appear. And this is because you're so distracted that it tends to go unnoticed when you have little aches and pains. So oak is a beautiful flower essence that will help you restore that vital energy of your body. It'll help you to remember who you truly are, where you came from, and allow you to be more grounded by establishing roots. This is absolutely amazing if you're going through chronic fatigue or exhaustion. So I really suggest this if you're caught up in the daily grind constantly. Then another thing that's really good for exhaustion is Dianthus. And this flower is wonderful for rejuvenating the system when we are suffering from fatigue and the body wants us to stop. But sometimes we really can't allow ourselves to stop, right? Because life is happening all the time. So this plant will actually give us the energy we need to keep chugging along and allows us to be filled with motivation and vitality again. The next group of flowers are for those sensitive individuals that are easily affected by negative energy, large crowds, or anything like that. So the first one in this group is called Geranium. Geranium is the perfect essence for, like I said, any sensitive individuals. Those of us who are affected by negative energy from another person have a hard time protecting our energetic field in public places. And those who also have a lot of fears associated with societal corruptions, traumas, or tragic events. We see this in the news all the time, and it can really make us afraid, and we as sensitive beings can actually become impacted just from reading. So if this is you, geranium's a perfect flower. Then we have lilac. So this is my favorite flower of all time. And it's absolutely beautiful and purple, and I love it so much. So lilac works on oversensitivity, inflammations in the body, psychic attacks, and any negative thoughts. It also helps to strengthen the auric field, clears out anything that is lingering within the auric field, and helps release old traumas. It also increases our stamina and strengthens our immune system. Then we have tomato. These are the flowering plant of a tomato, if you've never seen one. So tomato flower essence allows us to have success in any situation. By success, I mean like a successful mindset. It gives us the belief within ourselves to keep us going, provides psychic protection, and allows us to be unaffected by public places, parties, especially holiday parties. You don't want to be around your family members, and anywhere else that has chaotic energy. It diminishes fears, weaknesses, shyness, anxiety, and any stresses related to city life. So those that are living in a chaotic city, this would also be great for you. I just wanted to check. I thought I got a chat. Is it best to work with one at a time, or can you make a blend with them? I have read various things on this, and I suggest using just one at a time. You can make a blend, but healing crises tend to occur when you take too much at once. So unless you really want to give yourself a healing crisis and get the ball rolling, then I don't really suggest taking too many at once. Although some practitioners might say, taking 2 at once is good. But if you bombard people with, say 3 or 4, you don't really know which ones are actually working for the person. So I would really suggest just doing 1 at a time. So the next category I wanted to talk about for those of us that have energetic blocks in our body, such as like limiting beliefs. So Christmas cactus, this plant helps us to release and work through long-held emotional patterns that won't seem to budge. The Christmas cactus actually works through each blockage in the body, one by one, and releases them and brings them to light so that we can deal with them. So this is an amazing plant. Then we have love in a mist. These are really, really cool, unique flowers. So this essence actually allows us to create openness to loving and being loved. It helps us open our heart chakra and encourages us to be strong and courageous. It also allows us to release emotional trauma, release hurt and emotional pain. So by taking this flower essence, it's a great way to get your walls that you've built up down and helps you create a more loving path. Then we have fuchsia. Fuchsia helps us to recognize negative patterns within ourselves, let them go, and allows us to make the necessary changes. It also helps us open our heart chakra, alleviates trapped emotions, and allows us to reflect on what we don't like about ourselves, how we can accept it and love ourselves for who we are right now, and also how we can change for the best. So this essence really promotes not having a low opinion of yourself. The next essences I would like to talk about help with past wounds and traumas. So we have the Star of Bethlehem. This works on the physical body to release tension and helps to alleviate any shock that was created from trauma that would show up in the body. Trauma can affect any of the chakras and the physical tissues of the body, which can create pain both physically and emotionally. This is really great for those of us who know that we've had a trauma, such as like a shocking death in the family, and sometimes we're really not able to take that time to grieve. So this essence would help you to recover from that, because when you don't let yourself grieve, you have to put the grief somewhere, right? And it's usually in our body. So this flower essence can actually help you grieve and release any shock from your body, which is absolutely amazing. Then we have blue iris. So blue iris works in the body to help with liver functioning, the circulatory system, and the lymphatic system. It can actually help treat psoriasis, acne, arthritis, any swollen glands in the body, as well as strengthen the solar plexus chakra. It aids us in resolving and also bringing up past deep-rooted emotional issues that need to be released. Then we have Heartsease. So this essence will actually fill any tarnishes, tears, and helps us to repair the auric field. So that's pretty cool. It also promotes our intuition, allows us to release deep-rooted emotional hurts, and boosts our ability to focus. Most importantly, though, it helps us take down the walls around our heart and removes fear associated with being hurt from love. These are super cute little flowers, huh? With their purple and their yellow. Okay, so the last one in this category is called Silver Banksia. So this is for those of us who dwell on past traumas, pains, hurts, and tend to blame others for their past and their current circumstances. It's also good for those who generally have a negative outlook on life. This essence allows us to let go of any negativity, encourages inner growth, positivity, and allows us to develop a new positive perspective on life. Then the next category I have is for positivity, confidence, and intuition. Isn't it cool how all of these flowers have their own meaning? I mean, and I only picked just the ones I thought were best to share today, but there's so many out there. They really are just like crystals, and I totally want to collect them all. But they're super, helpful and also absolutely stunning. So this is a flower of a pineapple. Pineapple allows us, it really allows us to have fulfillment in our identity, our career, and gives us the overall sense of confidence. It gives us clarity in money issues, the ability to attract abundance, and gives us a sense of empowerment. It also diminishes the need to compare ourselves to others, beat ourselves up, hate our jobs, and alleviates the need to be pushy or overbearing. So if you're struggling with any of that, pineapple might be the flower essence for you, or you might consider eating more pineapple, the actual fruit, not the flower. Then you have yellow primula. These are super cute little flowers as well. So this essence strengthens the nerves in the brain, which will relieve restlessness and insomnia. It also helps us to attract positivity from people, sends us good vibes, just like the law of attraction, and even attracts success. Primula also helps to balance and increase our own energy to attract more positive situations, people, and emotions. And it even helps to relieve depression. And usually with yellow flower, you think happiness. So this is why usually to diminish depression, you want to go with the yellow color represented by this flower. Then we have coconut. So this is the flower of a coconut. Coconut helps us to feel uplifted. It gives us determination, endurance, and perseverance to tackle all of life's tasks. It also allows us to be strong and live up to our full potential. Then we have Foxglove. These flowers are actually pretty cool, and they have some lore to them. So if you're able to see any of the little speckles within each bud, it is a legend or a myth, I would say, that little elves go up and touch each of the flowers with their hand, and those are the elves' handprints within the buds. So I thought that was a pretty cute story because they look like they would be, in a fairy town or something. So foxglove is used for any type of heart-related issues. It increases the activity of all muscle tissue, especially that of the heart, and improves circulation. It also helps us to open up the heart chakra and allows us to hear the messages of our heart's desires. So it's wonderful for those who have been hurt in childhood and have not been able to voice their pain, but it will actually enable us to do so. So that's really wonderful for you. Also, if you have any throat chakra imbalances and you don't feel like you can speak up for yourself, especially for things that have happened in the past, this is also a great flower essence for that as well. Then we have cherry. So this is a cherry blossom. Cherry flower essence gives us a lightheartedness. It fills us up with hope, inspiration, positivity, and optimism. And I think just looking at the picture, you can kind of feel that as well. You get a sense from just looking at the plant. Cherry can help us see the positive in all situations. It helps to make light of life's hard moments and provides level-headedness in times of turmoil. Then we have the purple crocus, another super cute purple and yellow flower. So this essence creates joy. It helps to overcome grief, loss, and despair. It also helps alleviate stress, worries, and really create a joyous outlook on life. So these have been the flower essences I thought would help you guys out the most. Then I'd like to talk about the heart chakra, and we can go more into that and how to open it. So I hope you're excited. So I just wanted to go over the heart chakra relatively quickly. Then we can do a little opening exercise to make sure your heart chakra is flowing beautifully today and tomorrow. Our heart chakra relates to love, air, balance, relationships, unity, and healing. It is our spiritual center. It is what connects us to the earthly and the heavenly plane. It is the center of love. This love that the heart chakra represents isn't sexual or passionate, but it represents a state of being internally. When open, it allows us to attract love and compassion through our auric field and allows us to exude empathy. Love can reveal itself as inner peace, joyous acceptance, and inner harmony. Pure love strips away the necessity to look at skin color, age, sex, looks, or money, and realize that underneath it all, we all face the same problems. We all have the same limited time on the planet. We all have the same hopes, the same fears. We are all connected. This is why it's very important to keep this chakra healthy and opened. By opening the heart chakra, we develop compassion, connection, a new understanding of others, and it also gives us the urge to heal ourselves and others as well. Since the heart chakra is related to air and breathing, I just wanted to show you quickly an exercise that you can do, and then we can go into the meditation. So let me just show you. And check out the questions. Okay, you guys can see me again, cool. Okay, so if you guys are able to make this mudra with your thumb and your ring finger, a great exercise to actually keep your heart chakra open is by using one of the things it represents, which is breathing in air. So if you've ever done alternating nostril breathing, it's like super, super beneficial to you, especially before bed. It can help you connect to your intuition and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's really, really, really beneficial. So what you would do is you block off your left nostril as you inhale through your right. And you take your ring finger, block off your right nostril, and exhale through your left. Then you inhale through your left, switch, and exhale through your right. So if you can do that for a cycle of about 20 times, that's going to help you open up your heart chakra. So I just wanted to show you guys that quickly. Also, in terms of yoga, any type of chest openers, such as like the cobra, the fish, windmill, or even arm circles, that's also going to help open up your heart chakra. So that's a good practice to have. And otherwise, I think we're ready for the meditation. If you would just hold on 1 second, I'm going to screen share again. Let's just open up to here so we can get a little meditation. Hopefully you guys can still hear me well. I just play a little bit of music in the background. So let's take a few deep breaths in and out. Get comfortable in your chair and just start to melt in and relax. Breathe deeply into your belly. Come into your body. Connect with the earth by imagining the earth's root connected to your feet or your legs. You could envision, beautiful brown vines coming up and just surrounding your lower half if you're sitting and just really, really connected to the ground. So feel your heart open up now. Picture a beautiful green light beaming out from your chest. Now imagine the green light surrounding your whole body. Accept yourself unconditionally right now. Fill yourself up with love. Just really get that green, beautiful, glowing energy filling up around your whole body, coming out from your heart. So I want you to picture someone who you were angry with right now, or perhaps you don't like so much. I want you to picture them standing in the room with you. Try and look at them without judgment or anger for just a minute. Bring your attention to their heart. Imagine their hopes, their dreams. Imagine their sorrows and their fears. Imagine their failures and their pain. And now start to bring up compassion within yourself, within your body. And take some deep breaths, and on each exhale, let it out fully. Imagine a beam of energy running from your heart to their heart. Send them love and compassion, and then release it. Imagine them going away now. Come back to your own center by breathing into your belly again and reestablishing your connection to the earth's roots. Fill yourself up with the same compassion and love. And make sure you give yourself compassion throughout the days to follow. Imagine that spinning beam of green light coming from your chest once more and taking over your whole body surrounding you. Take one more big inhale and exhale and start to move around a little bit again. Come back into your body and you can open your eyes again. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was just a little meditation to open up your heart chakra by showing one of its qualities, which is compassion. So let's go back to the screen, to my PowerPoint again. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about how you can work with me further. So I do have Soul Expansion School coming up. And this school will take you very deeply into your past and your subconscious. It will help you discover what is stored within yourself. You will find where your blocks came from and learn the specific solutions that can change your life forever. This is for the people that have tried to read manifestation books, have done meditations and are still not getting anywhere with what they want to manifest. This is for those of you that have limiting beliefs and have had childhood traumas that perhaps aren't recovered yet. This isn't for people who are manifesting to their full potential. The school is for those of us who feel stuck and can't actually achieve what they want to manifest yet. So in Soul Expansion School, you will find the answers, which are actually contained in yourself, as to why you're not manifesting or creating the life you want. We're going to go really, really deep in this school. And you're really going to have to take a genuine look at yourself and at your life and at your past, because that is where the solution to your problems lie. So I invite you to go ahead and take a look at the website, which I will send out with this, with the replay. I just wanted to let you know a little bit more about the flower essences that we'll be using in the school quickly. So we'll be using spinach flower essence, and this essence is especially good to incorporate a childlike joy in our hearts. It gives us a sense of trust, adventurousness, playfulness, and the ability to enjoy life. It also helps us to heal stress, overwhelm, worry, and distress. Along with this, it also helps us to heal an unhappy, dysfunctional childhood or any type of hurts that stem from childhood. We'll also be using strawberry flower essence, which helps us to invoke a sense of self-worth. It instills groundedness, leaving childhood hurts in the past, and gracefulness. It also helps us to be fully present in our body and allows us to be comfortable in it as well. So this is, again, compassion for ourselves. It also helps to deter feelings of guilt, low self-esteem, self-blaming, and feelings of unworthiness. Finally, we'll be using raspberry flower essence. And raspberry flower essence encourages kindness, compassion, taking responsibility for ourselves and our action. It also helps us to develop benevolence, generosity, forgiveness, and allows us to release old wounds. Raspberry also allows us to release feelings of being easily hurt, taking things personally, lashing out, resentment, and deters any attitudes of unworthiness. So I will send out the link for you guys to check out. So the carts for the school closes on January 31st. And it's being offered right now at a special introductory price because this is the first time that I will be running it. But if you're also interested in working with me one-on-one in a uniquely tailored way, so you don't have to go into school with people, you can check out my soul expansion one-on-one sessions, which are on my website. So I just wanted to see if there's any questions. And if not, I will be sending out the replay, and you guys can email me, or you can also Facebook me if you'd like to, if you have any more questions about the school. But I wanted to thank everyone for coming, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Jennifer and Megan, for coming. Thank you, guys. I love you. Mwah. Bye.